Well, good morning. We're off on another adventure. So I've got my cappuccino and I'm just waiting for the train to take me to Dorchester for a 3-day backpack. So I hope you're going to join me. So we have made our way out of Dorchester now, and it's breezy up here. And as you will probably recognise, I'm now at Maiden Castle. Once again, I've said this before, I really should come here and do a full film walking around Maiden Castle, but I'm not going to do it today. I've got 14 or 15 miles to walk as it is. I'm not inclined to add another couple of miles to the day. Oh, lost my hat. So I've got it back again. We're all right. So plan for the adventure, the trip is oh dear, it's wind. The plan is it's a 3-day backpack. So today I've started from Dorchester. I'm heading for Puncknole, which is the same route as I did last year for day 1. So I probably won't film a huge amount today because it's already up on my YouTube channel. We'll see how we go. So that's day 1, that's 15 miles. Day 2 is going to be from Puncknole, and I'm going to have to walk all the way to Charmouth, unfortunately. That's going to be about 16 miles that day. It's a nuisance really. I was going to stop at Seatown, where I stopped last year, which makes a very neat stopping point, and it also has an amazing pub with a beer garden overlooking the beach. But when I rang to check that they were open, they are unfortunately not. They are closed until July because they're having alterations done. So my choices were to stop 4 miles early tomorrow or 4 miles later. So I chose the latter. It means a 16-mile day, and it means that I've got to take in all the big peaks in one day. So that will be Thorncombe Beacon, Golden Cap, Stone Barrow, and all the ups and downs between. So it's going to be a tough day tomorrow. Before I drop down to Charmouth, where I'll camp overnight, and then day 3 we'll be walking partly coast, partly inland to reach Axminster, which is where I have to get to because that's the nearest station where I can pick up a train home. So that's where I'll finish on Friday afternoon at Axminster to get the train. So it should be a fantastic. We've got amazing weather forecasted, and obviously the scenery, lots of interest along the way. So it should be an amazing 3 days, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I hope you're going to stay with me and join me for the walk. And yeah, I'll tell you more as we go, but we better crack on. My hat's going to blow off again. So you can see Dorchester in the distance down there, which is where I've come from. And this is the ramparts of Maiden Castle. And I'll say, I would love to take you up over there and walk around it, but I need to keep going, I think, for today. So we'll go and say hello to the sheep. I think there's a stile up here that I can get back onto my track. Hello. I should have done my intro down here, shouldn't I? Because we're out of the wind down here. It's quite breezy up on the ramparts, which is actually no bad thing, I have to say, because it is going to be a hot day. In fact, a hot 3 days. So we're now on the South Dorset Ridgeway. Down in the distance, Weymouth, Portland Harbour, you can see down there. But we are now going to head straight along the South Dorset Ridgeway, and in the distance, I don't know if it'll come out very well on this GoPro camera, you can see Hardy Monument, aka Hardy's Monument, which is what I always call it, although technically it's Hardy Monument on the map. So our dear friend, who's visible for miles, and of course I filmed there not long ago. So I think by the time we've gone all along the ridge and got to Hardy, I suspect it will probably be lunchtime. So we're gradually getting closer to Hardy, my mate, Hardy Monument. We're still on the South Dorset Ridgeway, of course, and we will be for probably most of the day, in fact. So we are now kind of about 5.5 miles into my day, so that probably means I've got about another 9 miles to do, I think, or thereabouts. And it is An absolutely beautiful day. Lovely and sunny, warm, but there is a very nice breeze blowing, which may be a nuisance from a perspective of trying to keep my hat on, maybe a nuisance from the perspective of trying to talk into the microphone without the wind noise getting in the way. But it does make it cooler, which is very pleasant. And this is quite an ancient area. You can see here there's quite a few tumuli along here, because this ridge is obviously a very old footpath, so there are lots of burial mounds and things. We still have some glorious blossom about. This is really interesting. I'm really not filming a post. I don't know if that's going to come out. I'll go closer. That buzzing noise that you can hear, hopefully his microphone's picking it up, is actually coming from this. It's actually vibrating. It's just that strand. It's really odd. I don't know if that's the wind. Never seen that before. Amazing. We thought perhaps it was a farm machine going over there. You see, it's not happening here, just back there, where the wind is blowing through, I assume. Well, we're getting up towards the top of Black Down now, and my Hardy Monument lunch stop. That was really fascinating, that fence hum. It was happening actually all the way along that part of the ridge, and although the wind is not constant, it's kind of gusty, the fence was actually a constant hum. Different wires were vibrating as you went along. Fascinating. We heard the noise and I thought it must be a farm machine or something over in the valley, but it was just the fence and the wind singing to me. The monument. Well, that was a nice spot for lunch. And can you believe it? When I sat down to eat lunch, it was just 12 o'clock noon, and that's the first for me. But so far so good. I'm about 6.5 miles in, got about 8 miles to go this afternoon, so I'm about to set off now. But that's been an okay morning, and I had company as well. So my good friend, the Dorset Explorer, joined me from Dorchester to Hardy Monument, and he's just headed off now. So I'm continuing solo from this point. And that's an awesome view down there. I love this valley down here with the red roofed barns in the distance. Lovely valley to walk. But I'm not going that way, of course. I'm heading along the ridge. Don't you just love the woodlands in spring? This wonderful, clean, new olive green foliage with lovely sunlight filtering through. I love it. And it has the added benefit that it's cool here. I'm in the shade. So I'm in my post lunchtime lull now. Time when I kind of want to have a little nap. Yes, I'm of that age, but I've got to climb this hill, and the path is not very smooth underfoot. I'm taking it steady. I think the good thing is that once I get up this hill, I think it should be fairly flat for the rest of the day. And there's old Hardy over there, following my progress. Very nice wildflower meadow here. It's really nice. So over there on its hilltop is St Catherine's Chapel. Down in the bottom, in the middle there, you can see the Fleet, and of course the Swannery is down there. Beautiful flowers. And an amazing view, look. Fabulous. The only criticism here is I don't like the path. It's very uneven. There's no pleasing some people. So this is a path I like. Not too bad underfoot. Goes fairly flat up to the highest point there. Slight rise at the end. And while I'm walking, I've got these views. So you can see Abbotsbury Chapel on its hillside, and you can see Abbotsbury itself down in the valley. I can see the tithe barn. And that way, of course, we've got Portland jutting out to sea. Bit hazy, but that's not surprising really, because it is a very hot day. But that's a lovely view, a lovely, comparatively smooth underfoot and level path, which is a relief, to be honest. Just realised how many burial mounds there are up here. From where I am here, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost all in a row along the top of the ridge. Now, I suppose that's predictable, because just up here over the ridge we will come to Abbotsbury Castle, which is an earthworks. So I guess that would understandably be why there are so many tumuli here. And of course it's a ridge path, and the ancients did love a good ridge path, because I suppose it's fairly safe, isn't it? Not going to get attacked from down here really, are you, without them being seen? I mean, you might today, of course, with today's weapons, but back in those days, probably not. Distance on the horizon, Abbotsbury Castle appears. From here we've got views the other side now. This is looking inland. Absolutely magic, isn't it? Just amazing. Okay, fine. Right, just walking up to Abbotsbury Castle, and I think I have earned a sit down. Take this weight off my back. This is the ramparts. Right. I'm going to pick up a bit of road noise, unfortunately, here, because there's a road just down over the hill. So this is the western extremity of Abbotsbury Castle, with its ramparts and awesome views. Do 360 degrees. Shame about the road, but you can see Chesil Beach in the distance down here. But from here I can actually see where I'm going, because over in the distance you can see a clump of trees on top of a hill. That's the knoll, which is a viewpoint come just a tree covered hilltop. I turn right just before that and head down inland a mile or so in order to reach Puncknole, which is my stopping point for the night. And then tomorrow morning I retrace my steps back up to the ridge and down over to pick up the coast path down the other side. So that's where we're heading. But I'm 11 miles into the day so far. So theoretically, I think my measurements originally said around 14 and a half miles today, something like that. So on that basis I should have 3 miles or 3.5 miles to do tonight before I can pitch the tent and put my feet up. So I've turned off of my South Dorset Ridgeway path, just on the road for a minute, and you can see the knoll, clump of trees up to the left. Had I enough energy I'd go for a walk up there and sit on the viewpoint for a little while, but I can't get through that way. You just go up and you come back down the same way. and I think I do not have enough energy to do that, bearing in mind it's another long day tomorrow. Some lovely spring hedgerows along here with the cow parsley, the campion, is it the pink one? Absolutely beautiful that is, and that is rather a lovely tree up in front of us as well. Well, you know what? I was only meant to be on the road for a short stretch and then go off road again. But I'm actually really loving these verges, so I've decided I'm going to stay on the road. And this is the start of the village of Puncknole, or Puncknowle if you want to call it that. Here is my campsite, just shy of 14 miles in fact. Oh, and loads of space. Wow, spoilt for choice, aren't I? Cool. go and check in. Right, well, I've kind of chosen a pitch. What's pretty good is that there's nobody else here, so I've got a free choice. It's quite funny really, because it looks, these grassy areas always look nice and flat until you come to kind of lay on them, and then you realise actually they're not entirely flat, but never mind, this looks all right here. So I've had a little doze, I have to admit, because temperature today's been, I've forgotten what the highest was, 27 degrees or something like that. It's been crazy hot. It's been a really tough day. So it's just under 14 miles, and yeah, in this kind of heat, carrying this weight, it's quite a hard day. So I had a little doze. Now I've got to put find the energy to put the tent up. That's all right, needs a bit of adjusting, so I can do in a minute, but that's basically the tent up. Good. So next thing to do is pump up my Thermarest mattress, which is a lightweight airbed, I suppose. So you've got a valve, and now you could just blow it up, but that would be awful and get condensation inside. But they have a clever little way of doing it, using a stuff sack with a little hole down here, which you attach to that and you use that as a pump. Basically, fill the bag with air, crunch it down, and pump it into the airbed. Clever, huh? Saves me getting dizzy, blowing it up by mouth. So the reason for doing all this now rather than later is it gives your sleeping bag a chance to kind of pump up again, because it's a down sleeping bag, so it needs to kind of pump up a little bit and relax after being stuffed into its stuff sack. So that'll be perfect for bedtime. Right, now time for us something to drink, I think. a hot chocolate. Ah, that's better. That's a bit more human. Nice shower, lovely hot shower. It's good. So, this is the campsite. Not a tent in sight, apart from mine. One or two caravans across the other side, but they are no bother. What is likely to be more bother is these birds. Don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's obviously a rookery. And it's very noisy. Right, now for something to drink. Brilliant. Cheers. Well, the sun is beginning to go down. It's just about above a tree, but at the moment it's about to disappear below the tree. So I think I might sign the video off for tonight. Not sign the video off, but end the day, shall we say. I don't know what time it is, probably around 8 o'clock, something like that. I certainly won't be late to bed tonight because it's been a tiring day, a tough day with kind of 14 miles carrying weight in this real heat that we've had today, 27 degrees or more. Really hard going, to be honest, and my ankle was getting really sore towards the end. So it's been a tough day, but a lovely day and very enjoyable as well. So I've actually loved it. and it was good having company this morning for a few hours as well. But yeah, it's just been good, and the campsite is great apart from noise of those rooks, which you probably hear still on the camera. I was going to go to the pub actually. There's a pub in the village, but you know what, I think I'm just too tired to be bothered. I've had my hot chocolate by the tent, I've had some food by the tent as well, and I don't think I want to move from here. The only downside I find to camping now at my age is finding some comfortable way of sitting on the ground. It's just not easy. It's all right when you're young and you can perch anywhere, but I kind of think I need a, I don't know, lightweight seat, fold up seat or something. I don't know, maybe that's what I need. Anyway, it's been a great day. Thanks so much for coming with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've loved it as always. But yeah, I will see you for a new day tomorrow morning. Till then, good night.